We are Movie Menu Reviews. Gotta podcast them all. On today's menu, we'll be reviewing Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Pika Pika! Welcome, ladies and gents. I'm Dan the Man Muñoz, host of Movie Menu Reviews, your weekly movie news and reviews podcast, live on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching us live, or if you're listening to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to your podcast. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Someone who we appreciate every day, because today is his birthday.
Hey,
it's Happy birthday! My co-host Mike Sain.
Hey,
Mike Sain.
I like that. That was good. Thank you guys.
As someone who came specifically back from Virginia to be here for Mike's birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, it was also my mom's birthday on Friday, so I had to be there as well.
I was talking about me.
Oh,
nobody.
You came back for Z's mom's birthday?
I did.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. She
Of
really
course.
appreciated you being there.
She did. I love your mom. She's amazing.
She is pretty awesome.
On that note, let's go ahead and discuss a couple movie trailers that came out recently. One thing that we didn't discuss last week, which we should have, was Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home trailer that was released.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about that trailer? Which spoiler alert?
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we say spoiler here?
I mean, there was a spoiler alert in front of that trailer, so
Yeah.
if you have not seen Endgame, there is a spoiler.
All right,
alert.
so we'll give you we want to give them a minute. If you want to jump ahead a minute, so we can talk about this.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and jump ahead. Push the 30-second twice, and we can talk about this.
It's or 15 seconds 4 times.
Yes, there you go. But now here's
or 10 seconds 6 times.
Now here's the interesting thing: is that $1.55 billion worth of people have gone to go watch this movie. That is Endgame. So you should have seen the movie already.
Okay, so
Shame on you.
Now you want to press the button because I feel like we've been wasting time.
Yes, here we go. So now push the button.
Here's the spoiler.
And after a minute, it's like, just kidding. A couple more minutes.
So the movie, this movie takes place after Endgame, in which Tony Stark is now dead.
Spoiler.
Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to spoil it for you. And so we have this Spider-Man character now, Peter Parker, who is seemingly a little bit depressed. It looks like. Is that just me, or is it just kind of like...
Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, I kind of feel like with the discussion of Thor being fat, people are now open to the discussion of superheroes being depressed. So it's really nice. And
what an era we live in.
Yeah, what an era, right? Where we actually talk about mental illness in superhero movies. So yeah, it looks like he goes on vacation to cope with what he's dealing with, and he gets dragged into a secret war with Mysterio and Nick Fury. So it looks fun. Apparently they're introducing the multiverse. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, because everyone, I mean, if you're a comic book fan, or even if you watch the animated series or whatnot, you know Mysterio is a villain. And you're not sure if this character... So, and as you know, or people know, Mysterio is also a stunt person in Hollywood. Yeah. So he has these...
Which is why they got Jake Gyllenhaal, by the way, because he looks like a movie star.
Right, and he has these abilities from special effects. So we don't know if any of this is actual real in the film, or if it's all glitz and glamour from Hollywood.
Yeah, which I'll be disappointed if they do go that route. I kind of want them to introduce the multiverse.
It's too obvious?
No, but also I really want the multiverse introduction, because they did it in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and I feel like this is a good backdoor into discussing the multiverse in the comics. The comics do that really well, and none other characters but Spider-Man is in the Fantastic Four are usually involved in that. So I think I would really love it if they actually went through with introducing the Spider-Verse.
Well, they had a huge hit with Spider-Verse. Last year. So.
I think it's let's blend the two. Let's blend Marvel. Let's blend Spider-Verse, the animation movie, and hell, I want to see Miles Morales, like a real life Miles Morales. Wouldn't you guys?
Yeah.
So, Spider-Verse, it takes place in the future for Spider-Man, though, right? Or no?
No. Spider-Verse takes place in an alt reality. So this is
where Spider-Man is older.
Yes, it's an older version of Spider-Man, but
it's definitely it's in the future, because Miles Morales is not. It's like a little kid when Peter
Yeah.
Parker is technically
That's
Spider-Man.
true.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would.
Which is funny. I just saw a meme. This is totally off topic, but not off topic. There's a meme around going with Fat Thor
Yes.
and chubby Peter Parker from the Spider-Man.
That would be awesome. That would be pretty.
That'd be
that would be
a
pretty
team
cool.
up that we want to see.
By the way, I love how Fat Thor has now taken on the embodiment of full-bodied people.
Yes,
Like-
I appreciate that.
I love it. It's great.
Okay, let's go ahead. So I'm also really excited for this trailer and for this film, and I think it's going to do well in the box office. And I think it's probably going to help out Endgame too.
Yeah, and it looks like Jon Favreau is going to get a lot more screen time as well.
Yeah.
So which is fun. I
yeah.
enjoy Jon Favreau.
So there was so since Endgame was the last cameo for Stan Lee that was reported,
Right.
so it's not really a spoiler. Who would you like to see take up that mantle for the next several films, or no more cameos from anyone? Because it seems like maybe Jon Favreau starting the MCU might have.
No, I don't think Jon Favreau will take on that role. Happy doesn't really have that much of a backstory in the Marvel universe, but I think that introducing Uatu with the multiverse would be the smart way to go. Because
explain Uatu as a watcher.
yeah, he's the Watcher, so he
just in case people don't know.
people don't know. So the
Us
character
nerds know, but
yeah, the character was in fact introduced in Guardians 2. They showcased the Watchers there with Stan Lee. So it would be a great way of honoring him, because that's the way you would want to introduce this exterior, non-threatening alien who watches over Earth. And usually he takes place in a lot of the bigger situations. So
I realized that the Watcher is like Bran from Game of Thrones.
a little bit, yeah, equally as stalkerish as Bran from Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Okay. We have a couple of comments from Brian Lozano.
What's up, Brian? How's it going?
He says
Hello,
Thor,
Brian.
not throw. And hello, guys. Hey, Brian.
They say Thor, not throw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he
think-
says happy birthday, Mike.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Brian. We
It's
gotta.
your birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next trailer.
I just gotta throw it in there real quick. Brian's a hardcore Street Fighter. So
Oh, like an
Street-
actual
like
Street
that-
Fighter?
no, like
Does
a
he
video game Street Fighter.
If he could come here and beat Mike up on his birthday, that would be
That'd be
amazing.
amazing.
Please come
Live
over.
on Facebook.
We-
I think that'd be our highest rated.
Yeah, and we'd get arrested for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we wouldn't, but moving on.
I wouldn't press charges.
Though it is not looking so good for the kids of Derry.
Yeah,
for
let's-
the next trailer for It Chapter 2.
Mhm.
What did you guys think about the trailer for It Chapter 2?
Okay,
You guys excited for this film?
All right, how many of you guys have read the book?
I haven't.
You haven't,
Have
Dan?
not.
I have not read the book.
Okay, the book is fantastic, and the director of this movie, he's doing such a great job of adapting it. This entire sequence that you see in the trailer with the old lady and the older version of, I forget the character's name, that's in the book. And so I don't want to discuss it without spoiling it.
Beth?
Yeah, I think so. So like I thought it's just again going to be a great representation of the book. Nothing makes me more excited than seeing Stephen King's
Beverly.
Beverly, yeah. Because honestly, like he wrote this book while he was high on cocaine, and you can tell. So I'm really looking forward to this entire movie because
Is that a fact?
That is a fact. Yeah, he wrote most of it on high on cocaine. He was a huge addict. He's actually kind of gone off of
Wow.
Yeah, he's not straight edge. I forget what, but he's done the Narcotics Anonymous.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So this entire sequence, it showcases Pennywise taking on another persona, because that's what he can do. He can manipulate perception and reality, and it's looking so damn cool. I am really, really concerned now. Fans of the 1990 TV movie will know that there is a potentially like weird sequence involving spiders and turtles. I'm not even joking. Again, he was high off cocaine, and I'm
I heard that in the book that there's something about turtles.
yeah. So I'm really hoping that they follow through and just showcase how weird the Stephen King universe actually is.
What is the sequence with the turtles? Could you talk about it? or-
The turtles are the turtle. One giant turtle is a god.
Oh, interesting.
And he's the light to Pennywise's darkness.
Oh, interesting.
And so even in the first movie, you get a lot of hints to turtles.
Okay.
When they're swimming, one of them hits it. Oh, there's a turtle in here. So there's a lot of like hints at the sequence that there are turtles. And the reason why Pennywise goes after these kids, in particular the Lizards Club, is because he thinks that the turtle has sent them to kill him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
And he's the spider.
which I don't think is going to be in the film, right?
I hope so. I really do. Like, it's just weird, and I really would like to see it.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. I am looking forward to this film. I did love the made-for-TV film. I thought it was great, and I did enjoy the chapter 1. So, hoping they don't mess with chapter 2.
Yeah.
Mess it up. All right, and our final trailer review will be for a trailer that was just released today. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. What do you guys think about that sequel that everyone's been
Not asking for.
I've been asking for it.
Have you? Were you like?
No, I haven't.
I want Angelina Jolie back.
The cheeks.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the first one yet, but what did you guys think about this one?
Mike, did you see the first one?
I did
think
see
you
the
guys
first one.
reviewed it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we reviewed it,
we
right?
did review it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of it so far?
I mean, I want to see. She looks like the female Darth Vader in this, where she's like,
Don't insult Darth Vader. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna try pronouncing the director's name, Joachim Roning. I think that's his name. He looks like
I don't think that's the name, but sure.
he's from Norway. I honestly feel really bad because they threw him a clunker, and it looks like a clunker. I didn't like the first one. Maleficent, the first one was very like it just felt like it was two different stories wrapped into one, and I don't see this being any good. What did you think, Dan?
For someone who did not see the first one,
Yeah.
it didn't do much for me to watch it. I'm not too thrilled for it or excited for it, but if I might, I mean, I have AMC stubs, so I might watch it.
I mean, we're gonna.
I'm just kidding.
That's fair.
I'm always looking. I'm always interested in the live Disney remakes. So
Really?
I'll probably
Did
give
you
this
watch
a chance.
Dumbo?
Yeah.
And you like Dumbo?
I like
yeah,
Dumbo.
Dan did say Dynan for Dumbo.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
I'm over it. I'm over it. I just want Aladdin and Lion King, and then I want to be done with it.
Yeah. Which
Well,
you don't really want
they're-
those either, though, right?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
really.
They're doing Lady and the Tramp, but that's gonna be for Disney
Why?
Plus.
Oh, that's terrible.
Um,
Fans, tell us what you guys think of
well,
these remakes.
On that note, on something that's terrible, and something that we should have reported last week as well that we did not. If you notice my shirt for today's episode, it's Pikachu, but it's also
Pikachu
a
Baka.
Wookiee.
Pikachu Baka. There you go.
It's Pikachu Baka. Pikachu is the name
Oh,
of the
Pikachu.
the shirt.
Okay.
Though the late friend George A. Clymer used to call it Wookachu, which should have been the name of the actual species.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
good.
name is Pikachu.
Okay.
Because unfortunately Peter Mayhew,
Yeah.
who played the iconic role of Chewbacca, passed away.
Yeah.
Sadly, from a heart attack. But he was with his family in Texas. But it was another great loss in the Star Wars saga family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's just sad. But I mean, he was also. Yeah. I mean, there's.
his health was
His health was deteriorating. He was in a wheelchair for a while. I remember seeing him. He had passed the role on to his predecessor because he couldn't stand up anymore. So it's sad, and yeah.
And rest in peace.
Yeah.
And may the force be with you.
Indeed.
Always. So we're gonna transition into our movie review.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head on over there right now.
Movie menu.
And the movie we're reviewing is Pokemon Detective Pikachu, directed by Rob Lederman, written by Benji Samit and Dan Hernandez, Nicole Perlman, and Derek Connolly, based on the characters from the Pokemon Company, starring Ryan Reynolds, Justice Smith, Catherine Newton, Chris Gere, and Bill Nighy. Here's the plot. In a world where people collect Pokemon to do battle, a boy comes across an intelligent talking Pikachu who seeks to be a detective. All right, guys, all three of us did see this film. So depending on our spoiler-free review, I would decide this movie is worth a dining and watch it in theaters, stick out, way to watch it at home, or leftovers. Get yourself stuck in Ultra Ball and make it very difficult to get out.
Or how about we just watch the new Sonic movie, because that sounds like torture.
Well, they're gonna
They're gonna redo it. That's great.
They're
Yeah,
gonna redo
I'm
it.
glad.
So
I'm
we'll
glad.
see. All right. And there's no points because we don't have a guest.
We don't have guests.
No guess, no points.
Whoever loses though has to sing the theme song.
Pokemon.
Go to our Instagram and you can see
I believe Dan already did.
Our terrible attempt to redo the Pokemon theme song into a movie menu theme song.
Yeah.
That was fun. I
yes.
enjoyed it.
Fun for no one. I recorded it. It was not fun.
All right, guys. Go ahead and rate this film, Mike.
Okay. You know what? I'll go with Dine-In. I'll go with Dine-In. That's fine.
You dine in?
Yeah,
was that
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
See,
soft?
I know.
It is a soft Dine-In. Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right. I will agree with you. It is a soft dine-in. I've watched the movie twice now, and it's still, even after the second time, was a soft dine-in, but it's still an enjoyable movie. You should probably go watch in theaters.
Oh my god, this movie is so much fun. Is a dine-in?
You're saying for you is like absolutely, there's no flaws in this movie.
It's just that he had a lot of fun.
I'm not saying there's no flaws, but I think the fun in it or trumps or overshadows the
I agree. One of my fun games to play before going to watch a movie is, why is this movie going to suck? It's a game I like to play by myself, as you know you usually do at night. And in this sequence, okay, I want people to look at the director, the writers, the story, who all of that, right? Who's in the background of this movie? This movie should not have worked. Like, literally, this movie should not have worked at all. But the fact that Ryan Reynolds and Justice Smith do such a great job of selling this big new world, right? Bill Nye, not that Bill Nye, Bill Nye, Mike.
Nye.
Thank you. They sell this movie so well that you're actually like willing to forgive how silly it sounds. And I think that's the part for me was more incredible. I went in with super low expectations.
Also, we should mention that this is actually based on a video game from Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah. So it's actually a video game adaptation.
Yeah, and more importantly, it's canonizing a lot of the stories. You even get to see the Pokemon trainer Red in some of the shots, which is, again, I was like, okay. And what I think I like the most about this movie is how multi-ethnical this movie is. There's like a clear representation of all multiple of races, and I thought that was a really great representation of how big and vast the Pokemon universe actually is, because, you know, part of the whole Pokemon series is how interrelated they are with Pokemon, and so the interrelation of individuals I think was really cool. Like Ryan Reynolds, Justice Smith, Catherine Newton, and then you have a whole bunch of other like casts that are just like right there and selling the story really well. So I thought that was the part for me that was really awesome. Enough so I took my mom to go watch it.
How did your mom enjoy it?
She loved it. She has no affiliation except she hates Pokemon because I play Pokemon Go, and she came out going like, Snubbull was pretty cool. I kind of like Pikachu, and I was like, holy shit, you're talking my language.
Now, before we move on, we must discuss who would our starter Pokemons be.
Okay.
Z.
A starter? I mean, I would probably go with damn. Okay, so starter.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
I can tell that you're struggling.
I am struggling.
Charmander would be mine.
Okay.
So what does a Charmander look like?
It's
like a dinosaur with a fire on its tail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which evolves into a Charizard.
Gotcha.
Charmeleon and then Charizard.
Yeah, the full evolution is a Charizard, which I caught today. But yeah, that would be really cool. I think mine would probably be the Squirtle, which ultimately evolves into a Ward Turtle and then into a Blastoise, because those are cool.
Oh,
Except unless you're going against a Gengar, but that's neither here nor there.
Who would do that realistically? Who would put a Blastoise versus a Gengar? Like, come on, Ghost type versus Water type? Come on.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm completely brand new to the Pokemon world.
Yes.
So I don't play Pokemon Go, but yeah, it was fun.
We just put you in the Bulbasaur, so that way it's all three different.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. What does the Bulbasaur look like?
It's the bulbous looking,
it's like a dinosaur and a
with the thing on its back. It's really cute, and that's the one that led. Well, I don't want to spoil things.
What is your guys' favorite? Oh, okay.
It's really cute. Yeah.
I liked the monkey Pokemon too.
Oh, you like the
I am
Apom.
Apom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Apoms are pretty cute. Yeah, I think this movie does the trick of building the universe out really well. it's not a spoiler because Mewtwo is in the trailer, but they do canonize the first Pokemon movie, which I thought was very interesting because I actually went back and watched it. And I realized how awful it is. I was still sad at that moment in which
That's good.
Ash turns to stone.
Ash turns to stone. It was really sad and depressing. But honestly, it was the worst movie that we all loved.
That's funny.
So
it just didn't age as well.
It did not age well at all. So I really like the fact that this movie goes in a different direction. It is a genre movie, right? It is based off of the game.
Right. This is why there's not much battle or
well, there's not. There's not a lot of battling in this movie, and which is great. I think that's a good strategy because the battles, while they're exciting and fun to watch, they shouldn't be the focus of the story, especially if you're telling it to a general audience. So I think that the way that they really presented, and more importantly, filming it in a noir style, right? Very dark, very kind of like gritty. You've got and then you've got shadows, and you got that coupled with Pikachu, who is absolutely adorable. It's a moneymaker.
Let's go into that. What did you think about Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu?
Well,
the voice.
Yeah. So we have
I know
Deadpool.
You had the problem exactly.
I did. I did
Deadpool.
say. I did say that I was.
That?
Yeah, and honestly, I could not disconnect Deadpool from this character, except that it was a PG version of Deadpool. I've read a lot of reviews talking about that, and honestly, it is. But here's the thing: Ryan Reynolds is a charming man. And him doing Pikachu was absolutely fun to watch. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, it was disorienting when I first saw the trailer, but I like how they worked it into the story. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It's all tied together, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We have a couple of comments.
Sure, go ahead.
Betty Islab, or actually my sister-in-law Samara. Hello.
Oh, cool. Hello.
Says the setup keeps on getting better.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian mentioned Stephen King is amazing, and cocaine is amazing too.
It's a hell of a drug, man. It's a hell of a drug.
He's Lion King is a yes, but Will Smith is a genie. Science points to no.
Yeah.
And give that when they talked about we don't get points, he said give them to Rigo.
Yeah,
Rigo gets the point. There you go.
We'll give Rigo some points.
When we talked about our ratings being a soft dining, though it was a dining all the way for me. He was like, "Was it bad? Was it that bad?"
Well, I mean,
and he says he liked Team Rocket, the bad guys that always failed but stuck. Together.
I was missing Team Rocket. They do not make an appearance in this movie.
20 years after that.
Giovanni is still alive somewhere. I'm just gonna say that again.
No,
if you're a Pokemon nerd,
saying that
you
they're
know
not,
what I'm
that
talking
they're
about.
dead or anything.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, but that's just 20 years.
There are hints at that there is a character with pink hair, and I thought that was just an homage to Team Rocket.
To Jesse?
Yeah, to Jesse. I think that's just what that was. But. Well, what was the question? What did they ask? Did they ask?
No, they're just
okay.
No question.
Yeah, they were asking, was it really that bad?
Oh, well, let's go into. So we have Ryan Reynolds, who is amazing. What did you guys feel about Justice Smith?
Now, Justice Smith, I've only other film that I've seen him in, it was Jurassic World.
Yes.
Fallen Kingdom, which I hated him in that film.
I did too.
And I felt like it took me a while to warm up because I've had that hatred for him in that film.
Wow.
He won me over in this film, and I actually enjoyed his character.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed his character more because of Ryan Reynolds and their dynamic together with Pikachu, which is funny because it's an animated CGI character.
Yeah.
But I loved how they did the Pokemon, and I really enjoyed Justice's interactions.
Well,
with
and I think, and Mike, you know more about comedy than Dan and I, but like I feel like he plays it. He kind of does. He plays this. He plays the straight man. He plays a straight character to all the goofiness of the universe. Would you agree? Like that's what makes it that much more enjoyable.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, kind of like you need the straight man and the silliness.
And he really does play a straight man. Like Catherine Newton, for example, she shows up.
Kind of like. She's
super campy.
Yeah. She's like an anime character come to life.
Yeah. And then he's just standing there going like, "Who the hell are you? Like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing shades?"
Well, she reminded me of Misty.
Yeah,
she had like shades of Misty on her.
The shades of Misty. Wow. Okay. But yes, I agree with you.
What I like the most about the movie is that we weren't the characters weren't introduced to the Pokemon at the same time the audience was. Like this whole world is built already, and and there's this whole like alternate universe and this whole like alternate past, and how like Pokemon have existed since like the dawn of time. And it's great to see like cave paintings with Pokemon on it. It's super fun, and and it just they really do a good job like world building. And it's fun to just see like. It's fun to see like Pokemon like guiding traffic and
that's really fun.
Sleeping in the middle of the street. I was like, that's cool.
No, and if you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender or of The Legend of Korra, this actually feels a lot like that world. Again, this movie should not have made sense. It should not have been any good. If you've ever watched The Last Airbender, you would know what I'm talking about. It's like that, where it's like they introduce this giant world, but it works so well because they do a really good job of bringing gravity to the having Pokemon in our world, right?
And nothing seems like out of place.
No,
it seems like it's all like part of this world and should be there, and it's okay. Well, I mean, there's something out of place, obviously, because it's a detective movie, but for the most part, the world makes sense.
Yeah, and you really kind of like when people start challenging Justice Smith, Tim Goodman's character, where's your partner? They're not referring to like. Where's your Pokemon? They're like, where's your partner? Because everyone here has a partner that's a Pokemon
in Rhyme City.
In Rhyme City, and it's just so natural. You kind of don't feel campy up until you get Catherine Newton's character. But again, I think that she was encouraged to play an anime character, and she does really well over time, in which she starts to normalize and act like a sensible human being.
And you see Psyduck.
Psyduck's the best in this movie. Like, did you guys have a favorite Pokemon?
I did.
Which one?
Mewtwo.
You like Mewtwo?
Yeah, Mewtwo is great.
Okay.
Mewtwo was great, but they didn't utilize my favorite Pokemon.
Which was
Charmander.
Okay. He was. You got Charizard in there.
You got Charizard, yeah. But Snorlax was one. That was one of my favorite.
That was good.
So is that just
and Mr. Mime? I mean, you see him in the trailer, but Mr. Mime was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he was pretty
awesome. That was
a
great sequence. And
it was fun. Yeah.
It's funny because I kind of obsessed over this movie, but apparently the Pokemon Company didn't want them to use Mr. Mime.
Yeah, I read
because he was too creepy. And it's like when the director asked, "What exactly is Mr. Mime?" The Pokemon Company said, "Yeah, we don't know. He's just creepy looking."
Yeah,
do you have Mr. Mime in Pokemon Go?
Of course I do. Come on now.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, don't use him, and they're like, we'll use
we're gonna use him because he's creepy and he plays that role in the noir world really well. They also said something about I forgot which is the guy with the ones with the speakers on their head.
Oh yeah.
They
look like
they're Gen
trolls
2
or something.
They're
Gen 2 or Gen 3.
I think they're Gen 3. But anyways, they were talking about those guys, and they were saying like we couldn't really design them correctly because where would their guts go? There's no way that they couldn't really like logistically explain it correctly. So I thought it was really funny just how they integrated all of these different characters in there. Did you get the name of the character?
Loudred.
That's right, Loudred. Yeah. But I loved Psyduck. Psyduck's been my all-time favorite since like the cartoons and watching the real. Again, you were saying like Shades of Misty. She has a Psyduck, and the Psyduck is neurotic, anxious, and gets headaches.
So basically, all millennials.
Yes, exactly. that's why I love him. He's so brilliant.
So relatable.
Even at that, I kept asking you guys. Do you guys happen to have Pokemon card of Psyduck? Because I really like Psyduck.
I know.
I didn't get any Pokemon cards.
Got no cards.
So apparently, I guess when you go to the movie, you get a Pokemon card.
You got two.
You got two. You got the Pikachu, okay. And then you got a special like 1 out of 18 cards of Pokemon.
Okay.
I got a Snubbull. And what you got?
I went through. So I went twice, which means I got Snubbull, Charmander, and shoot. Why am I blanking on this one? The one who sings.
Oh, Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff, thank you.
That's awesome.
Yes, I gave that one to my fiance because she is Jigglypuff.
But
she sings a lot.
We're trading, right? You give me the Charmander?
I'll give you the Charmander. Yeah, you can have the Charmander.
You hear her? You heard it here first, people.
Yeah. Can we talk about like not what revealing anything, but this movie does do a really good job of setting up a premise, right? It's a detective story, and it does kind of like lead you down a path of red herrings. Like it does a really good job of just being a good detective story. I mean, I knew the ultimate twist. I knew what that was going to be, As far,
I mean, it's not.
There's literally no way you can't figure that part out. But I
Yeah.
think that the really interesting part is like, where does the R come from? That's like the. Oh,
I do really enjoy. I'm not gonna say what, but I really do love how they utilize this one Pokemon. That was amazing. I'm not gonna give it away, but I think you know which Pokemon I'm talking about.
I am struggling with it.
The surprising Pokemon.
Surprise! Yes. Oh yeah, totally. I think that was a really great way of utilizing a character, a Pokemon that is underutilized.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. So again, without spoiling anything, go watch the movie. It's actually a lot of fun. Go watch it with your family. It is a very relatable movie. When my mom came out of the theater, and I'll give my mom Irma's review, she said, this movie's not for young kids. And I was like, yeah, you're right. It's more of an adolescent story, and I think that just tells you who the audience really is. It's not young kids who are 9, 10 years old. It's more about the 15-year-olds who have a family who's broken due to death or due to divorce, and it does a really good job of actually seeding all those sentimental things in there that make you actually feel for Tim's character. Like, you really do come across going like, hey, you know what? I like Tim. Tim's actually a really fun character. Oh, there's Pokemon in this movie? Cool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we should also mention though, if you haven't seen this film and you go in expecting to see people catching Pokemon, battling Pokemon throughout the whole film, that doesn't happen.
This is not the cartoon. This is an entirely different beast.
Yeah, so go in with the expectation that it's a detective film.
Yeah,
there's a mystery.
They do like give a quick exposition on why that doesn't happen anymore, which I think is good. You know, it's a good
Well,
setup.
not that it doesn't happen anymore. It just
doesn't happen in Rhyme City. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that it does. Yeah, you guys.
Rhyme City.
What is it about the movie that you guys didn't like? Because I don't think we've covered any of that yet.
I think for me, the thing that really took a while for me to get used to was Catherine Newton's acting, but that was, again, right, part of it for me was like where also Bill Nighy's character and Chris Gere, they seem to have been acting in a different movie, but then you get used. So for me, it was that jarring moment of going like, wait, what?
I mean, I was fine with it because it's always been silly.
Yeah.
But I felt like the motivation behind some stuff was a little like questionable.
Yeah.
Or a little, I don't know, was just questionable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I think ultimately, like,
also there's like a big plot hole, but I can't give it away because that'd be a big spoiler.
Yeah. There's a lot of plot holes, but again, right, like the question becomes like, if you watch this movie and enjoyed it all the way through with the plot holes in mind, is that still a good movie? And I think it's still a good movie because I came out of it and I wanted to watch it again because I enjoyed being.
Damn
in
it,
the world.
you did.
And I did.
I can't believe you saw it twice and I only saw it once.
I watched it in Dolby Cinema the first time, and
how was that?
It wasn't. Maybe that's a rant for later. But then I watched it in regular 2D, and I enjoyed it more in the 2D.
I saw it in 3D, and I really enjoyed it in 3D.
Yeah, I bet it was really good looking in 3D.
It was beautiful, and the Pokemon look great. The Pokemon, they did a great job with the
that was the main thing. Like just for the special effects alone, it's a good reason to watch this film on the big screen.
Yeah. But yeah, I think ultimately, like, and a huge shout out to Henry Jackman. He's the guy who did the soundtrack. He did a really good job of integrating the anime music into the world, like without like making it dumb and dorky.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to hear like it was like this like video gamey like yeah. It was cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the music in this for sure.
Yeah, same here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, any final thoughts?
Go watch it. It's fun. You will not be disappointed in how dorky it is, and I am actually looking forward to a sequel if they can manage it.
Mike?
Yeah, watch it for the Pokemon, which is what this film is about.
Yeah.
It also has heart and soul, Mike. It's not just about the Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, go watch it also for the Pokemon.
Yeah.
The special effects are great. They do a great job with all the Pokemons. And yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. Go watch it if you haven't already. And if you have, maybe go for a second viewing.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Z, for being part of this review.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike,
Thank
as well.
you, Dan.
And happy birthday, Mike.
Thank you
Happy
very
birthday.
much.
Birthday.
Thank
birthday,
you.
boy.
Birthday, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
No problem. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching us live on Facebook, or if you were listening to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to your podcast. We appreciate it. If you want to find out more about us, go to moviemenupodcast.com. You can find past episodes, interviews, reviews, videos, rants. Apparently we might have a rant coming soon.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. At Movie Mania Podcast. You can also find us on social media there. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Especially go to our Instagram right now because we tried to do a new theme song to the Pokemon theme song and we failed miserably. So watch how much we failed.
Hey, that's what real art is.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of failure.
So check us out there as well. If you can, it'd be great if you could share this review with on your wherever you can share it on your social media. It'd be great. Tell your friends and family about us. If you hate us, then tell your enemies about us. The people you don't like.
Let them be tortured by us.
Yes. Either way, spread the word, please. We appreciate it. Until next time, guys.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you guys later.
3, 4.